Hello everyone, it's Rachel back again with another amazing video from Makers Gonna Learn, your ultimate die cutting community. Today, we're going to be talking about craft blanks from the dollar store. Now, there is a lot of people that run to the dollar store to grab craft blanks, and while some of them are a great idea, some of them are not. If you're new to the Cricut world, new to the crafting world, or you just want to know what's up with the hype about all of the dollar store blanks, this video is for you. You need to watch this before buying any more blanks at the dollar store. And before we get started, if you don't know who we are or what we do, we urge you to click the very first link down below. We have an amazing membership site called Makers Gonna Learn, and the whole point of it is to create confident and well-rounded crafters through die cutting. Here we have a Cricut, and we also have a bunch of training on other machines, as well as thousands of cut files, hundreds of fonts, free commercial licensing, training for beginners, and more. We offer so much at Makers Gonna Learn, and we would like to extend you guys a very special offer of a trial membership for $1. $1, you get to go ahead, get your feet wet, see what you like about the membership. You can upgrade if you want to. Check it out. Download 20 cut files or fonts. That's only 5 cents a download for a total of $1 for the entire 30-day trial membership. Definitely check it out below. See what there is to see. We would love to welcome you as a member of Makers Gonna Learn. Now, today we're going to be discussing a dollar store. There are a bunch of different types of dollar stores. There are dollar stores where you can go in and things are $1 to $20. There are places you can go and everything is $1 or less. We're going to be focusing on these stores that are $1 or less. So that's Dollar Tree in my area. That's what those are called. So that's the one we're going to be focusing on today. The horizons get a lot broader when you start talking about the Dollar Generals or the Family Dollars and things like that, where items can be more expensive and better quality. So for this particular video, it's the dollar spot for us. Nothing that we are talking about in this video is going to be over $1, and that is definitely going to play a factor into the things that we're going to be discussing today. So do take that into account. If you do go to another type of dollar store, you might find that you have better luck on some of these areas and that things are higher quality for you. So just letting you guys know that ahead of time, we're talking about the dollar store. The first thing is, don't be fooled by the price. $1 can sound amazing, but in reality, it might not be worth it. There has actually been a lot of studies and blogs out in the past couple of years that kind of debunk things at the dollar store actually not even being worth $1, meaning that either you're overpaying for it or you're underpaying for it. So for things like cleaning products and things like that, you can often get larger products at a better price somewhere else versus like the little bitty, let's just say Dawn dishwashing liquids that they have and things like that. Now, does this pertain to actual craft blanks? It definitely does. So some things that you're going to get, and it's a really good deal, is things like candle votives. These are a great deal for just $1. Other things that aren't so good for $1 is their towels. Now, we're talking specifically about craft blanks today, so not just the products in general. For $1, this is a pretty good towel. However, if you want to actually make this into a craft and put vinyl on it, not a good towel. HTV is not going to stick to this type of towel very well, and they really don't have a lot of options for us. So things like that you do have to consider when at the Dollar Tree, which is, don't be fooled by the price. A lot of things seem like they're going to be great quality, or just because they have a certain product there, you might need to buy it, but you really don't. Think about how you're going to be using it. Think about if it's going to be worth it for you. Think about if you might have a craft fail with it, and about the quality of the product. Next up is be picky. Be so picky when you are at the dollar store. It is so easy to go in there with your little buggy and roam around the aisles and just throw things in your cart. Now, the first note on being picky is you need to make sure the products you're getting you don't think you could get anywhere else for cheaper. So if you come here and you see this little night light that you can put some vinyl on and be super cute, you have to think in your head, oh, this is $1. Do I think I could get this anywhere else? I don't. I think $1 is a great price for this type of little nightlight with like this acrylic square to add vinyl to. You'd pay $4 or $5 for this at Walmart. So you have to sit there and think about this. Could I get this somewhere else for cheap? Now, moving on, this notebook here is very, very small, very, very thin. Of course, it was $1, but it just kind of feels cheap. Do I think I could get this somewhere else at a better price? Yes. I think I could find a cuter notebook at Walmart, one that was more flattering, more stylish from Walmart that I could place vinyl on easier. So you do have to be picky with your items. Some items, they're not all created equal there at the Dollar Tree. So you do have to watch out. When you pick something up, hold it and just think, does Amazon have these? Does Walmart have these? Could I go to the Target dollar spot and see if I could grab these? So do think about things like that when you are going to be buying things from the Dollar Tree. You always have to think about it. I think a lot of people walk in and just get the know that everything is $1. So you just think that everything is going to be worth $1. And in reality, you could find some better deals somewhere else. The next point is quality is important with your craft blank. Quality is really, really important. Now, not just for it being worth it to you, but for the longevity of the project, for the amount that you're paying, you want to make sure you're getting a good deal. For example, I can buy a 3-pack of socks from the Dollar Tree. So 3 pairs for just $1. However, they're not very good quality. I could put HTV on the bottom of these and maybe get a couple of weeks or months out of them using them regularly because they're just not that good quality. Now, I could go and turn around and go to Walmart and grab probably a 2-pack of socks for $1. And just because I went down 1 pair of socks from the Dollar Tree to Walmart, same price, they're probably a lot better quality. Now, that's kind of the thing that I'm talking about here with quality too, is you don't have to search for something the exact price. Sometimes you have to go up in your amount in order to not sacrifice on the quality. And I do think socks are a great example of that. You wear them all day, you wear them with tennis shoes, you wear them, by themselves. They do have a lot of wear and tear. They're on your feet, and you want to make sure that you do have good quality socks. And again, I do not think that these are going to hold up very well. Plus, the sizes to me are very broad, 5 to 9. Usually the sizes of socks are a little bit less broad. I can just picture myself, who wears a size 10 shoe, trying to squeeze my foot in these and it just being basically see-through. So all these factors are things that you guys need to account for when you go there, is just how much quality matters. And even though everything's $1 doesn't mean it's worth $1, or doesn't mean that you won't end up paying more money in the long run to get a better version. So another example of that is the phone cases that we have. I don't have one on the table right now, but they do have some phone cases there. They can be fun. However, again, they're not amazing quality. So you might end up buying and making and replacing your phone case way more often simply because it's $1 phone case instead of a $10 phone case. So things like that really add up over time, where in the beginning you feel like you're getting a great deal, but after a while you're really not. This next point I'm actually scared of getting a little bit of hate for, and I do want to mention in this point there are some exceptions. However, for the most part, I do not recommend selling products that you create using blanks from the Dollar Tree. Now, you might be saying, Rachel, but it's such a great way to add a lot more profit when you only purchase things that are $1. I feel you, I get it. A return on your investment and a high profit margin is very important. However, it's not the most important thing. Quality over quantity needs to be your goal and your mantra and your motto throughout your business if you are selling any of the projects that you make. You have to want your customer to receive a good quality product, and you have to put your mindset, really, would I put this in my home, or would I use this in my life if it came from the Dollar Tree? Now, that is not saying that things from the Dollar Tree aren't great. I personally love the Dollar Tree, but if you put yourself in that mind frame, it kind of helps things out a little bit, knowing, well, would I use a 3-pack of socks from the Dollar Tree? Would I use them for quite a while, or would I not think that this would be worth it? So would you actually sell this to somebody, or do you think that you personally wouldn't use it? If not, why would you sell it? There are a lot of products that can be sold totally fine when you purchase them from the dollar store. Things like I mentioned, these candle votives, some of these organizers here, pot holders. There are things down every single aisle that are totally able to be used and crafted on and sold for a profit. But you do have to make sure that what you are selling to someone you would use in your own home. If it's quality enough for you, it should be quality enough for your clients and your customers. So do think of it like that as well. It just kind of puts a little more personal perspective on things when you have to say, okay, I know I just paid $1 for this doormat, and would I use it in my home or no? If you wouldn't, put it back on the shelf and don't buy it. If you think, yeah, I would use this, go ahead and take it home, try it out and see how you like it. But definitely be careful when you choose to sell things that you make with Dollar Tree items. A really great perk of the items being $1 is that if you are a beginner, which when you are a beginner with the crafting world or your Cricut or your other die cutting machine, we do recommend you guys not to spend a lot of money on your blank items. So if you are a beginner, a huge plus to having these items $1. If you have a little bit of a project fail, if you're just kind of starting out and wanting to try a bunch of different products, it is a very low investment to go into the dollar store and fill your buggy up and leave. You could spend $30 and have 30 different items to be able to come home and practice as a new beginner cricketer or beginner crafter, which is amazing. So it is a really great spot for low budget blanks if you are a beginner or just wanting to try it out, or if you want to bulk make something for, a party or your Sunday school class or anything like that. It's really great to be able to go in there and know you don't have to spend a lot of money and you don't have to break the bank when creating a specific project. So we do love that it is a very low investment when you do walk into that dollar store. Kind of adding on to that point that it is such a low investment, it's not somewhere you have to go like, let's say, Hobby Lobby in our area. You walk in and you might get inspired by 100 different things, but you can't buy them because a lot of them are out of the price range, or they're not in your budget, or they're just too expensive to get right now. Whenever you walk into the dollar store, it's really freeing and refreshing to be able to say, if I want it, I can try it because it's just $1. So whether you're a beginner or you're a seasoned cricketer or seasoned crafter, if you want to try to put HGV on this towel, or if you want to put vinyl on this little nightlight, whatever you want to do, there's really nothing out of reach there. You can say, I want to expand my crafting. I want to try something a little bit more difficult. I want to try something I've never done before. It's super easy to expound your crafting ability when the blank you're purchasing is $1. Not only does it free you mentally by thinking, I've invested so much in this blank, I better not mess up. But again, it helps your wallet out. It helps you be less stressed, and it helps you to be able to buy things for different crafts down the road with the money you might have used to spend on a more expensive blank. It really does help all the way around. So we do love that if you walk in there, you want to try something, try it. It's just $1. My last point, let's say you go into the dollar store and you pick something out and you absolutely love it and you want to go back and it seems to be sold out a lot, the item that you really love. Try looking online on dollartree.com. If we are talking about the Dollar Tree here, go check it out. There's usually really a great selection of products there online, which you can bulk buy. Now you can't just buy 5 of something. You usually have to buy a pack or a case, but really guys, the cases are like a dozen or 15, so it's really not that much money either. And my advice to you is to go in the store, look around, try out a bunch of things, see which ones you like, and then if you do fall in love with a product from the dollar store, go online and see if you can buy in bulk. That is a great way to kind of test things out in store and not have to spend 15 or 20 bucks buying something bulk online that you might not love when it gets to your home. So do try out those types of things, guys. Overall, we love the Dollar Tree. There's always something new, always something fun to find there. We do love when they decorate, or when they have decorations and crafts for fall and Christmas and the different holidays. We can just go in there and get really inspired and know that we're not breaking the bank when we leave, which is just so freeing as crafters. And I don't know about you guys, but we're always on a budget too, so we don't want to have to limit ourselves too much. So to go in a store knowing we don't have to limit ourselves feels so good. I hope that you did enjoy this video, guys. Let us know down below, what is your favorite item from the Dollar Tree, or which was your favorite point that I mentioned in this video? Maybe something kind of clicked, a little light bulb went off in your brain and you learned something you didn't know before. I sure hope that happened. If you did enjoy this video, guys, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more amazing videos like this, leave us a comment down below, and don't forget, if you enjoy all of the free content that we give here on our YouTube channel, you will adore our membership at Makers Gonna Learn. We love to create confident and well-rounded crafters through die cutting, and it is our passion to make everyone out there super confident using their machine. If you are someone who needs endless inspiration, education, or motivation to use your die cutting machine, click that link below and grab our trial membership for just $1. We will love to see you in that membership. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.